It was there to undermine the dollar just as we undermined the ruble, not with counterfeit dollars, but with real dollars that were spread out in the black market system, not going through bank machines. If you're going to collapse a currency, one of the things that we knew and we established, we proved, you can't do it through the banking system. You have to do it in the black market. Bitcoin was a creation of DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Program, and you have to think about this. You're trying to anticipate the future. Are you anticipating 200 years, 100 years? A Star Trek future where you don't use cash? How do you denominate your wealth? What is wealth? But then is the 200 years from now future, does it have to be implemented in 20 years, 5 years, 30 years? The other component that has to be in there is what was the threat? The threat that was facing the world and America specifically in that period, leading up to 9/11 and afterwards, the fraudulent Obama years, etc. Remember, when did Bitcoin come into being? In the lead up to 9/11, it was being formulated, gamed out within the DARPA community. It was anticipating some series of events that had Hillary Clinton won. They would have destroyed the dollar, the physical paper dollar. They'd have done it with the pandemic being spread by, paper money. They had in position across the world, and this is a hard one for people to get their minds around. I've discussed it on your show previously, John. They had in position 100,000 pallets with $100 million on each and every pallet. I personally have tracked 17,000 of those. Another 5,000 that I've got very solid, comfortable, data on that physically people that I personally trust have been in the room with them. That still is only about a quarter of everything that's out there. What were they going to do with that? That wasn't there to help the world. It was there to undermine the dollar just as we undermined the ruble, not with counterfeit dollars, but with real dollars that were spread out in the black market system, not going through bank machines. If you're going to collapse a currency, one of the things that we knew and we established, we proved, you can't do it through the banking system. You have to do it in the black market. And we did that with the ruble. And that was the intent with the paper dollar, to undermine confidence in the dollar across the world because it's a world circulated currency. With that in mind, whenever you're about to engineer a crisis as a globalist, you have the solution already in position, ready to play. And with Hillary as president, had she been allowed to become the president in 2017, as this globalist plan unfolded, you'd have had terrorist strikes, nuclear bomb in Seattle next to Seahawks Stadium. You'd have had a pandemic with money tainted. You'd have had a collapse of the dollar and the Western banking systems. And they'd have been there ready, a la 9/11 with the Patriot Act, all ready to go, been formulated for years, just needed the event to bring it to pass. You'd have had the crypto ready to bring into the world and bypass all of the existing safeties within government and finance and fund a globalist system. Now, does that make cryptos evil in and of themselves? No. There was a lot of work and planning and thought that went into it. We are going to go to a digital system. The question is it going to be fiat crypto, or is it going to be a blockchain that is merely a record-keeping system in the open with a distributed ledger tied to physical assets, whether it's within tokenization of property or constitutional money, which is dots and tittles on a computer screen, but tied intricately, precisely to physical gold and silver on deposit in the U.S. Treasury, constitutional money. And you just get a receipt within the distributed ledger system. That's the things that are ahead that have to be worked through, and that President Trump and the people around him will be working through. That is not stable thus far. It's not written in stone thus far, and there's a lot of work yet to be done. So for the moment, let's not get ahead of the game. Let's work sure-footedly. And for the moment, if you have physical gold and silver, you're probably in the best position so that as this dust settles, you can buy back in to the system, reinvest, but do it from a solid place after all of these scams and uncertainties are washed out of the system, which is the plan, to get the scammers and the scamming out of the system.
The global financial reset is underway and happening now. The battle rages on with competing parallel systems. The current deep state Federal Reserve Central Bank system and the system President Trump and team has developed. While the dawning of the golden age is upon us, we are presently in the danger zone through the reset transition.
Join me and my prominent guests every Wednesday live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on JMC Broadcasting's backup Rumble channel on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Sign up for JMC's free weekly war report, including notifications of when the Global Financial Reset Show is published. The future is bright, and it belongs to us, not to the global elite.
Global Financial Reset. Only from JMC Broadcasting.